Not crazy, bro, but I ain't even finna get into all that shit, bro, because you gonna get in, you gonna start saying some extra other shit and saying I'm on some funny shit, and just like you did the other day, but you know what you did, I know what you did, yeah, so it is what it is.
Chasity Sparkman won't be forgotten.
She's nothing but joy, you know what I'm saying? And man, we just love her. We just miss her so much.
Don't forget about my sister.
Sparkman's family members say she was the woman shot and killed in a Sacramento shopping center on Valentine's Day.
On Valentine's Day night, a young mother walked into a parking lot in Sacramento and never came back. Minutes later, 26-year-old Chasity Sparkman was found shot to death. But the most disturbing part, police say the people responsible were someone she once loved and someone who helped them run. What happened that night would lead investigators across the country and reveal a shocking betrayal. Valentine's Day is supposed to be about love. Couples celebrate, families spend time together, and most people expect the night to end peacefully. But on February 14th, 2024, something horrifying happened in a quiet shopping center parking lot in Sacramento. Late that night, police received reports of gunfire. When officers arrived, they found a young woman lying in the parking lot, suffering from a gunshot wound. That woman was 26-year-old Chasity Sparkman. She was rushed to the hospital, but she didn't survive. At first, the shooting seemed like another tragic act of violence. But as investigators began digging deeper, they uncovered something far more disturbing. The people responsible weren't strangers. They were connected to her life in a way no one expected, and the search for justice would soon stretch across the country. This is the story of the tragic murder of Chasity Sparkman. This video contains discussion of real-life violence, which some viewers may find disturbing. Viewer discretion is strongly advised. This video may include images, audio, or video clips used for educational and commentary purposes under Section 107 of the U.S. Copyright Act, fair use. To understand this case, you have to understand who Chasity was. Friends and family described Chasity Sparkman as someone full of energy and kindness. She was the kind of person who lit up a room when she walked in. But more than anything, she was a devoted mother. Chasity had 2 young children, an 8-year-old son and a 6-year-old daughter. Everything she did was for them. Like many young parents, she was working hard to create a stable future for her family. She was attending classes at Sacramento City College, focusing on building a better career and providing opportunities for her kids. Her family says she had big dreams. She wanted to grow as a person, succeed in school, and give her children the kind of life she felt they deserved. Those who knew her say she was loving, determined, and deeply committed to her family. But on the night of February 14th, those dreams were suddenly cut short. It was late on Valentine's Day when everything changed. Around 11:15 p.m., gunshots rang out at the Lake Crest Village Shopping Center in the Greenhaven neighborhood of Sacramento. The shopping center was usually quiet at that hour, but within minutes, people nearby began calling 911. When police arrived at the scene, they discovered Chasity lying in the parking lot. She had been shot. Emergency responders rushed her to the hospital as quickly as possible, but despite their efforts, she later died from her injuries. Investigators quickly secured the area. Yellow police tape surrounded the parking lot. Crime scene investigators searched for evidence. At that moment, detectives faced a difficult question. Who would want to harm a young mother like Chasity? At first, there were very few answers. Witnesses were limited, and the shooter was gone. For her family, the loss was devastating. Just hours earlier, Chasity had been alive, celebrating Valentine's Day like everyone else. Now her loved ones were left trying to understand what had happened. In the days following the shooting, the community came together to honor Chasity's life. More than 100 people gathered for a candlelight vigil at the same shopping center where she had been killed. Friends, relatives, and neighbors held candles and shared memories of her. Some talked about her smile. Others talked about her love for her children, but one emotion was shared by everyone in attendance: grief. Her family spoke publicly about the loss. They described Chasity as a caring mother who always put her children first. Now those children were left without their mom. The vigil was both a tribute and a plea for justice. Family members begged anyone with information to come forward. Someone out there knew what had happened, and detectives were working day and night to find the truth. Behind the scenes, investigators began piecing together the events leading up to the shooting. They reviewed surveillance cameras. They interviewed witnesses. They examined phone records and connections in Chasity's life. Slowly, a picture began to form. And what detectives uncovered shocked many people close to the case. The suspects weren't random criminals. They were individuals connected to Chasity personally. Authorities eventually identified two suspects, Isaiah James and Ayanna Burgos. Both were 25 years old. According to investigators, Isaiah James had previously been in a relationship with Chasity, and Burgos was believed to be connected to him as well. This revelation transformed the case. What initially seemed like a random act of violence now appeared to be something much more personal. But before police could make arrests, the suspects had already fled. Once authorities identified the suspects, a manhunt began. Detectives worked with federal authorities to track their movements. Investigators believed the suspects had traveled across the country. Eventually, law enforcement located them nearly 3,000 miles away in New York City. The arrest brought a major breakthrough in the case. Both suspects were taken into custody and later faced extradition back to California. For Chasity's family, the arrest provided some relief. But it didn't erase the pain of losing her. Justice might eventually come through the legal system, but nothing could bring her back. The tragedy left a lasting impact on Chasity's family. Her children were suddenly forced to grow up without their mother. Relatives stepped in to help care for them and provide the support they needed. Friends say the loss is something the family will carry forever. Cases like this remind us that behind every headline is a real person, a life filled with hopes, relationships, and dreams. When that life is taken, the ripple effects can last for generations.
On whoever did this to turn themselves in. They described Chasity Sparkman as a loving mother who loved life and had so much more left to live.
Chasity Sparkman!
Chasity Sparkman won't be forgotten.
She's nothing but joy, you know what I'm saying? And man, we just love her. We just miss her so much.
Don't forget about my sister.
Sparkman's family members say she was the woman shot and killed in a Sacramento shopping center on Valentine's Day.
Gun violence. We gotta stop. We gotta stop the gun violence.
The Sacramento Police Department says its detectives are still investigating and no arrests have been made. 1 week later.
Don't forget that my sister is not here anymore because she was somebody important.
At the Lake Crest Village Shopping Center in Sacramento's Pocket neighborhood, more than 100 friends, family, and loved ones gathered.
She never missed saying, "I love you." When she exits, she gonna let you know that she loves you.
It didn't have to happen.
Calling for justice, demanding accountability, and mourning the young mother's death.
More than life itself, Chasity loved her children. Her children was her world. Everything Chasity did was for her kids.
Families say Sparkman was 26 and a mom to 2 children.
She was going to school for business. She was just starting out with her music career, and I just can't say enough.
And as they gathered, many wearing pink and with heart-shaped balloons, they remembered and grieved.
Justice for Chasity. Justice for Chasity.
We love you, Chasity!
Rest in peace, Chasity Sparkman. Please like, comment, and subscribe for more stories like these.